Hi YouTube. Well, just like the title says, this will be my last video on YouTube. And before I get into the thank yous, which is the most important part of this video, I just want to kind of get into my reasons why and just talk about the channel a little bit and what the last 2+ years, almost 3 years has been like. You know, when you're living frugally, you kind of become penny wise and pound foolish very often. Okay, just to use an analogy, and you guys know I love analogies. You know, maybe you don't do the preventive maintenance on your car. Maybe you don't put snow tires on your car. You're trying to get one more year out of your all seasons and you go off the road like I did in November. You end up costing yourself. And that's kind of what I've done here. You know, trying to maintain a YouTube channel is an extremely time-consuming thing. And you really end up neglecting other key parts of your life trying to do something like this, trying to juggle all the balls that are in the air. And I realize that it's probably time to be done, and I need to focus on other aspects of my life. You know, I've had relationships, friendships that I haven't taken care of as much as I should. You know, blowing friends off to go do something because I want to make a video, and knowing that they want to do something in the middle of the day and I wouldn't have time to do what I needed to do. Okay, and that's just not healthy. And you know, I had some time off a couple of weeks ago, and you know, 2 years ago I would have banged out 10 videos in that week. You know, I probably would have done 2 a day, and I could barely drag myself to do 1 or 2, and that kind of told me, this is probably this is telling. You know, and maybe it's the cabin fever speaking, right? Talking. You know, the last couple of winters have been just brutal, and it does take its toll, and this is the very end. And as I look towards spring and summer, I just can't see myself wanting to be inside making a video on a nice summer day. There's just too many other things for me to be doing, and it just tells me that the time is right. This is the time to be done. You know, thank you for making the last almost 3 years so remarkable. When I started the channel, things were very different. And I'm not saying that I changed anything. I'm not saying that, okay? I'm just saying it was very different. The tone was crash JP Morgan. It was all that kind of stuff, which, you know, in retrospect was very silly. Okay, I get all that. And I didn't want to get wrapped up in that aspect of it. I kind of wanted to treat Silver and Gold as a positive experience, not just something to use in a doom and gloom scenario. Okay, you know, and I realize that it's very closely tied in with Silver and Gold, that mentality, and I just don't think it's healthy. I think a lot of people are suffering today, and you know, kind of feeding into that doom porn aspect of it is self-destructive. So I always tried to keep it positive, okay? Because I don't buy silver because I'm afraid, okay? I see opportunity there. I appreciate its beauty, and I like having control over my own assets, basically. And a lot of you caught on. And I really appreciated that. And also, you know, looking at the personal finance aspect of it, you know, one of my favorite videos that I did was what if you were paid in silver, where I recognize how hard it is for people to part with it. So the concept was, instead of just looking at your discretionary purchases ahead of time, what if you actually had the silver, then you had to part with it? You know, it was stuff like that I think people really enjoyed. That was the aspect of my channel that you enjoyed the most, and it's what I enjoyed doing the most. So those are the types of videos that I had the most fun doing. And, you know, if you guys haven't seen it, I'll link in the description box. That was probably my favorite video anyway. But, you know, to my detractors, my critics, you know, I want to thank you for being part of the conversation. You know, every market needs a bear and a bull. Every point needs a counterpoint. Thank you for at least bringing that and, you know, holding my feet to the fire and being part of the conversation. As far as those of you who watched, and I know that there were a lot of you out there that watched but never felt compelled to leave a comment or thumb up a video or thumb it down, thank you for being there. I recognize that that is actually the majority of people that watch my channel, people that just simply never comment. You know, I saw you when I did the please decide my next video, because when you guys had to choose, I saw a lot of people that I'd never seen before. So I know you were out there, and I wanted to thank you for watching all this time. And for those of you who were actively engaged in the channel and kept it a very positive experience, you know, I obviously wanted to thank you too. You know, for those of you that make your own videos and hit the record button, you probably know what I'm talking about. But it does take up a big part of your life. And I just greatly appreciated you being here. You know, will I disappear completely? You know, well, you'll see me pop up in a chat here and there, or, you know, I'll comment on one of your videos here and there. But as far as the way that it was, that is pretty much done. And, you know, again, thank you, and take care.